Cool. All right. So this is going to be my new PC. We got all sorts of lovely parts here.
So many pretty parts.
It's not necessarily meant to really be educational. Mostly, we're just you're gonna maybe laugh at me while he tries to teach me how to do this.
And I will explain any questions that I or we see in the chat to the best of my abilities.
Yes. But if you're looking for a good tutorial on actually I did put this in the PC building category, so hopefully we don't have anybody coming by being like, well, you idiots aren't doing this stream right, we want to see close-ups and stuff, we don't care about you, we only care about the hardware.
And to be fair, which I'm really excited about, this is not a fresh build. This case, this is actually my first PC that I built in 2012. And then when I got out of school, I got a job where I traveled a lot for work.
Yep.
And
that was around the time I was beginning being an editor.
Yeah, so she needed a powerful rig, and I wanted my computer to not sit at home while I was away. So I sold it to her, and you did things with it.
I spent about 2015 to 2017. This was basically my main computer. It had, I think, 16 gig of RAM, and it had an, what was the RTX?
It was a
760?
780 Ti.
780.
GTX 780 Ti, and a 4770K.
Right. So, you know, pretty good hardware for the time. Kind of laughable today.
The 4770 is still, it was a very good overclocker, and so it can still hold its own. But yeah, the graphics, time and tide wait for no man. So anyways, we're reusing the case. We are reusing the power supply.
Yep. Which is lucky for me because I've heard that they're expensive this year, these power supplies.
Power supplies are expensive, but you can still get them.
Which, unlike anything else that we bought, because I swear to God, so our,
let's see, yeah.
So the Ryzen, so I went up with this. So this is a 16-core processor, which is insane for anybody who knows.
It's a 3950X.
Yes.
I spec'd out, I'm a little out of frame. I spec'd out a 3900X, which should be perfect for her, but
you couldn't get them.
You couldn't get them because all the 5000 series are out.
Yeah, so you couldn't get them. I mean, you could get them, but they were like $250 over MSRP through resellers. And I was like, well, if I'm going to spend $650, then I may as well spend $750 and get actual like next gen hardware. And so I was like, I'm just going to spend the extra and get something that's going to last years and years and years. I have heard this CPU is so good that your computer will jump scare you.
Oh, yeah.
particularly when paired with the Rocket SSD, which we also have. This is a very
small but mighty,
very pretty. Is it 2 terabytes?
It's 1 terabyte.
1 terabyte SSD.
1 terabyte PCIe 4.0, which is one of the features of 3rd gen Ryzen. So
I will I will speak layman for this. The SSD is the hard drive, essentially.
Yes.
And I think it's the hard drive that we're going to be putting most of the OS and everything on.
Yes, this will be your main hard drive, and you also have an 8 terabyte.
6.
Is it 6? Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
I didn't splurge.
No, well, it's 6, but it's got a bigger cache.
Yeah.
And it's a Seagate IronWolf drive, which is meant for mass storage and mass transfer.
So I already have an 8 terabyte tower and a 4 terabyte tower underneath my desk because when you do a lot of video stuff, you go through hard drive space like a mofo. And I told him, I was like, I don't really need that much hard drive space in the actual computer. I have all this, I have external drives. And he's like, no, get the 6 terabyte. So I did. So that's going to be backup storage for things.
So to give them in perspective, for Detroit Awakening.
Detroit Evolution. Detroit Evolution was...
Well, I was thinking the old... But yeah, DE. So for DE, how much film in gigabytes did you have?
So Detroit Evolution was 3.5 terabytes of raw footage and audio. And additionally, it was once I had rendered all of the uncompressed clips to do VFX on, and there was like 350 shots for VFX, and then rendered them again uncompressed with the visual effect shots, my VFX load was like 2 terabytes. So I would say that DE was 5 to 6 terabytes total, which would have been all of that. Yeah.
So, anyways, let's get started. I'm going to talk Michelle through this mainly.
Yep.
Because best way to learn is by doing. So, we've unboxed some of the stuff. I say we start with the motherboard.
Motherboard. Okay, so I'm gonna scoot this back, I guess, because you said that we're going to be building this outside of the case.
Well, we would, but since the power supply is already in the case, and I didn't want to fully undo, we can just sling it in there.
All right.
It'll be good.
Well, should I dust the inside of this?
Probably, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a towel.
Dusting. So for general PC and electronics knowledge, also background, I'm an electrical engineer by trade. My current job, I am a data acquisition engineer, which means that I do a lot of custom electronics and everything. So anyways, that's my background for any technical questions. Those are my creds. The enemy of all PCs and all electronics, heat, vibration, and dust. She's not in a high vibration environment.
So not building a car.
Yeah, it's not going to live in a car, not going to live in an airplane. There's a lot of hardware going in a small case, which high heat. So that's why we have probably the best air cooler on the market right now. Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro 4. It is beautiful and I love it. And it's black, so it's not showing up great, but we can throw some big pictures up there. So yeah, and then dust, which this, say Fractal Design Arc Mini. Yeah, Fractal Design Arc Mini. Really good case for its time. And it's got dust filters out the wazoo. So as long as you keep the dust clean, you can get airflow. And when you have airflow, you have cooling. So that's what we're doing.
I should probably get some... Do we have any... We have compressed air, right, Austin? No, he's playing saxophone.
He's got science headphones on. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's the shield. Some SATA cables. Michelle, do you care about stickers?
Stickers?
Stickers.
Oh, that's pretty.
Stickers.
But no, I don't. Okay.
Yeah. Also, if there are any PC enthusiasts out there, this is... Nothing on here is RGB. I am anti-RGB. If it does not make the computer faster or better, it does not go in the computer.
Mace has a question. Do you know what kind of paint should be used on a PC case?
It's metal. Not entirely. It doesn't need to be weatherproof. Just prime it and then gloss. Just any gloss rattle can would be good. One of my favorite tech YouTubers is a channel called Jay's 2 Cents. JAYZTWOCENTS. He does a lot of case modding. I've never gotten into case modding, so I don't know a lot about that. But he does a lot of case modding. And so that would be a lot of good stuff. Paint. Oh, I thought it said pant. Anyways, so we clean.
No, not even close. It's very dusty. So the software kind of bricked on this a few years ago, so it's really just been sitting doing nothing for many years, and it has collected dust in that time.
So that's...
Which I really hated because it had Windows 8, which is kind of useful to have an older operating system just laying around in case you ever want to emulate old games and stuff.
Yo.
And, yeah, I couldn't use this.
So there's some SATA cables, which I don't think we'll need. User guide. Never throw your manuals away. And if there's anything you actually should use your manual, you should look at your manuals for, it's for building a PC. Especially your motherboard manual. Because your motherboard has a lot of different inputs and stuff on it, and so you need to know where everything goes.
So a good place for them to begin, maybe, that I found really helpful was the fact that we digitally assembled this through something called PCPartPicker.com.
Great site.
Really good site because it'll basically list out like the 10 things you need to make a computer, and you pick all the parts, and it will tell you whether you're over wattage. I think it tells you whether you're over space.
It tells you expected wattage. Any part that has a physical dimension, it will tell you if it will fit. Because there were some components when this was originally going to be built that just physically wouldn't fit. That's always useful. There's also tons of builds there. Like anyone who builds a computer generally will post it. And so you can type in like
you just copy them.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to be unique when building a PC. Everyone runs Ryzens right now because they work.
Yeah, I've found that like everything that we're putting in this rig is pretty predictable in terms of like pairing the Sabrent rocket with the 3950X processor. Also using the 270S graphics card pairs very well with this CPU too. I mean, this is very common stuff. A lot of reviews I've seen for each of these individual pieces of hardware has mentioned another piece of hardware that I have, because apparently it's very commonplace to pair up, because it's sort of like there's not that many people who make PC parts, so no. it's kind of like if you're going to do like current gen CPUs, you have Intel and you have AMD, and that's it, and it's whatever one of the two is current.
Graphics cards, you have NVIDIA and AMD.
Yep.
So, oh my god, it's so pretty and shiny and new. So anyways, yes, for motherboard, we're running a B550 chipset.
Now motherboards actually have a lot of variation, so why that one? Because Asus alone had like 15 different motherboards. I mean, that's what they're known for. That's what they started doing, was a motherboard company. But so that's probably the least predictable and least obvious of our choices. So why that one?
So this one is because the biggest thing, and probably the only thing that the only real problem this case has, is it's a micro ATX case. So motherboard sizes, they come in a couple different size standards. They go from mini ITX to extended ATX. You have mini ITX, micro ATX, standard ATX, and extended ATX.
And these are all sizes?
Yes.
Okay.
Micro ATX is not a very common size anymore. Because if you're going to go small, you just go full small to ITX.
So it's kind of like an unnecessarily like small size.
Yeah, it's a weird size because it's got multiple full PCIe express ports, which... Yeah,
you're going to have to explain what that means to me, because I know it was a concern for us.
I can't remember. Yes, so this specific one, I'll explain why I picked this specific one in a bit. But it's because of Michelle's specific needs for connection to older cameras. But this specific one, so Asus, they've got a couple different lines. They've got their Tough TUF series, which used to be their server series, but is now kind of just their basic, their basic bin stuff.
I'd say the motherboard was the one thing that we didn't splurge on.
No.
Like we didn't do anything extra special or expensive with this one. We kind of just...
I'm gonna go ahead and bust out my iFix. Your motherboard is a way where you can spend, with computer building in general, you can spend a lot of money on bells and whistles. And then but a motherboard is a good area. Pardon the Velcro noise. Motherboards are a good area where you can get exactly what you want and nothing you don't need.
Yeah.
So Asus, the Tough line, it's got really good power delivery. I think it's 12-phase power, so it's 10 to the CPU, 2 to the chipset, it might be, I think it's 14, 12 plus 2 plus 2, or 10 plus 2 plus 2. Which that's, your phases is just how clean your power is. So the other thing you want for electronics,
all right. It's a lot cleaner now.
You want good power.
I wish I had compressed air. I know I have it somewhere. I just don't know.
Compressed air is terrible for the environment.
Well, we're going to be a green PC building stream.
Yeah. So, let's think. So the order of this, go ahead and unbox your CPU. Let's show them this.
This is hysterical. So, so on the website, you know, this box looks huge just because they don't give you any sense of scale. They just show you the box and you think, oh my God, this box is going to be as big as a PC case or something. And then it comes and it's like, it's really small. And I'm like, all right, so it's small. And he's like, I don't know what all's in that box because CPUs are really tiny. I'm like, all right, how tiny is it? So I open it. And once we get all this stuff out, I take this piece out the top, and that's it.
It's amazing!
And you want to know what's in the rest of this box? Foam.
She was opening it, and I was like, what's
Nothing.
the rest of the box? Nothing.
Nothing. They just really wanted to make sure it was packaged safely, I guess.
Russian. We have German. We have... Ooh, English. Here we go.
So, yeah. This giant box for... if any of you have ever wondered what a CPU looks like...
There's 16
They're
cores
very
in there.
small. 16 cores. How many threads?
32.
32 threads.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
32 logical processors. All the threads. So, okay. Let's take... Or wait, no, I need to consult the thing. So, where's the SSD? So, you can go ahead and show them all the RAM, and you can start putting that in. So, what we're going to do is, typically when you build a computer from scratch, it's really good to make sure that everything works. You set up your motherboard, you put in your processor, and in this case, you would need to put in your graphics card as well, because this processor doesn't have integrated graphics, but it doesn't matter now. And then you just power it on and make sure it boots to BIOS to make sure that everything works.
Mom says I need to take my jewelry off.
You can. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You're not going to nick anything, and we're not on a carpeted surface.
Yeah, that was more important. He was like, "Don't wear socks."
Yeah.
The static electricity is
static
more
kills.
worrisome.
If we're being super good, we would have static wristbands, but I never wear one at work, and I haven't killed anything yet.
I'll take my
knock on wood.
ring off that has
a
a diamond on it.
You just don't want to knock it because your little resistors and your transistors and everything on here, they can get knocked off. So what are you? I'm fiddling with the Be Quiet Dark Rock Pro 4. It's so beautiful.
He was very excited about that. Probably more excited about that than anything else we bought.
Well, I know what everything else is. But it just looks so cool, and it's going to look so pretty in the case. It's going to be great, especially when we turn the lighting on. Yes,
this case does have lighting in it, which is really neat.
Which I put in.
Yeah, I can tell that now, that it's not natural to the...
Nope.
It's an LED strip.
I had a 12-volt LED strip, an extra 12-volt power, and I said, let's see what happens. So, okay.
Okay, so I've got my little,
RAM. So for your
64 gig of RAM.
That's so much RAM.
It's so much.
So much RAM. Okay. 64 gig.
Oh, so they go right here, right?
Yep, they go right here.
Slots.
And typically you would want to pair your slots, but since all slots will be filled, it doesn't matter. So go ahead and you want to kind of put them in together and make sure you got you see the little hash mark? The hash mark in there matches up with the hash mark in there.
Oh, word. So literally just like Legos, you said.
It's very much like
Actually,
Legos.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull back my hair.
Okay. Freshly shorn. All the bits and bobs. Yeah, March, I recently, earlier this week, my laptop was overheating when I was trying to play Cyberpunk. And so I took it apart and reseated all of the cooling and everything. And now it plays really nicely. And it's a lot of fun. And I actually had to undervolt my CPU, which I've never done before, but it makes sense. Oh my god. There's so many little fiddly bits in here. So many fiddly bits. Okay, so these are the clamps. So I love CPU building. It's great. And I originally, at the start of 2020, before we learned that it was 2020, we were going to both be building new computers.
because I was like, hey, I'm kind of tangentially interested in getting into streaming and whatnot, and I'd like to look at it. And then 2020 happened, and all of my pieces. Okay, so we want AMD because we don't care about Intel right now.
Oh, those open. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That was my fault. Yeah.
I was like, how am I supposed to get this in?
Gonna put them in flat. Yep. Introduction. Thank you. 3-year warranty. Bank screws. Yep.
Are you in the right way?
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna supervise.
Huh?
Is that in the right?
It is. It's just not all the way in.
Yeah, I'm being very delicate.
That's the sound you want to hear, and this
Pop.
the tab will automatically close up on it.
Word. All right. So, hey Austin, can you check this camera? I don't know if you want to get closer to what I'm doing.
Oh, zooming in.
I'm just so nervous about pushing it down.
It also, I picked all black because I like all black, but now I realize it doesn't photograph that well. It'll work fine though. Okay. So we're on the AM4 platform.
Why are you not going down? Hold on, let me approach it from this end.
Yeah, get what you need.
Rotate the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Rotate this towards me. That's better.
And I mean, honestly, I always build on a box, but if it's too springy for you, you can just put it straight on the table. It'll probably be fine.
Maybe I was putting that in wrong.
Let's see. So that goes right there. Okay. So it's like Tetris, but dangerous. A little bit. There's honestly, as long as everything's not powered up, there's not a lot of ways you can screw up. Unless, of course, static electricity. That's one of the ways. So, and then once we get to that point, the other thing that I'm doing is I'm making sure both fans, their wires, you can't see it, but fans, their fan header wires come out at the same spot. Because even though it has been proven scientifically not to be true, I'm not sure. And I fully believe that a well wire managed PC runs better. That is just, that's what you call one of those facts.
Ah, it clicked.
Sweet. Yep.
You do have to get a little rough with it. More than I thought I should be, but
Nah, you're good.
I see those little these little guys here, and I don't want to mess them up.
Is that really?
Is this in focus? Because I kind of fixed the focus.
It's mostly.
That's fine. Yeah, I think that'll work.
Okay, so you got to put the second fan in last. Interesting. Yeah, I do agree. Now that I'm reading the instructions, I fully agree that this cooler is super fiddly. One more, and then we get to put in the processor. So we want it to go this way. Yeah. So it'll blow out the ass.
Aha! That's
oh my god, that's so much RAM.
It's so much RAM.
That's all the RAM, 64 gigs. Okay. And now
we could get a light on it or something. This is where we keep our flashlights.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Fan instructions. The GPU is going in the seat for now. Just for now.
That's a light.
Plus, before we proceed, caution.
Kim says I'm gonna miss Abram doing his very effective bork.
Yeah, we decided he's not. He's playing with his cousin Toby.
That's not a very bright light. But if you need one later.
Yeah. Well, we'll need one soon because now we're going to put in the processor.
Which is here.
I say we. You are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be here for moral support.
All right.
So, AMD processors.
So this isn't anything. It's just
nope,
this.
that's a sticker.
Okay.
AMD processors. One of the only other ways you can mess up.
Mm-hmm.
You hold it. You grab it. all in. There are pins sticking out of the bottom, so if you want to carefully pick it up. There are. I don't know if that helps or hurts. That hurts. Anyways, you can look it up online. There's a lot of little pins. So, those match up to these pins and the motherboard.
Oh God!
And to make them, so y'all won't be able to see because they don't have it brightly marked. You see that little triangle in that corner? All right. Now gently flip.
That triangle.
No, I don't know if it's on that side. Gently flip it over.
There's only one.
Is there only one? Wow. Okay. Oh, it's a lot smaller on this side. That's what I was looking for. Match those up.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Ah. All right. No pressure.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
See? Yep.
Fits right in.
You don't need to slam it down. It fits in.
It's just gravity.
And then pull that pin and hook it right there. Or push from your end, rather. Yep. She's doing it. She's beginning to believe. And
so now it's locked in?
It's locked in. It's good to go. Shake that bad boy. But don't. Don't shake it.
I'm just wiggling a little.
Yep.
It doesn't move. Magic!
So, now we get to start putting the cooler in.
Okay.
Dun dun. So we'll move these out. As I told Michelle before, the Dark Rock Pro 4 is a notoriously pain in the ass cooler to begin. Oh, other side note, anytime you do anything with electronics, or cars or anything with nuts and bolts, have a bolt bowl, you know? Just a bowl you put bolts in. If you've got a lot of different bolts, have bolt bags and then mark your bolt bags. But, you know, a bolt bowl. It's useful. Alright, so now we're going to read this because I've never installed this one before. Symbol, please remove the plastic retainers of the AMD retention module. Okay, so we got to take those off.
Alright, where's that big ass screwdriver? Yeah.
Yes.
This came with the cooler. Austin!
It's what?
A screwdriver.
Oh. Yep.
I should have painted my nails for this, but I'm letting them breathe. Because they got really damaged.
Breathing nails are good.
They got really damaged from all of the... I probably should throw this in the bolt bowl.
Bolt bowl. You don't know if you need it, but if you need it, it'll be in the bolt bowl. While Michelle is doing this, it's a good time. If you ever working on any electronics, you don't need to crank down on them. You don't need to super torque them down or super untorque them. Like, most everything is hand tight plus.
So these come off?
They should. Yeah, just yank off. Yep, there you go. Place spacer nuts, backplate bolts. We're on the AM4 platform. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
Hey, Accenture Giraffe! Deli said, pray to the computer gods the pins don't bend. I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Exactly. No, they
fell
didn't.
right in.
If they do, and you're very careful and lucky, you can try to bend them back. But you're playing with fire at that point.
Yeah, that's not good. That's a $750 CPU right there. So,
as I say, and as I tell myself every time I fuck up something expensive, bought sense is best sense. All right. So.
All right, so that's off.
All right. So now we're gonna we took those off, and now we're gonna mount these, which are also black. So I'll move the instructions right here so we can both see them. All right. So we just took that off. So now we're on this. Nope, not yet.
Gonna sit.
You need some spacers.
Yeah.
Which we have. Luckily, the spacers are black too. Everything's black. So it'll be very easy to find. Let's see. So it's got these little washers. The washer's probably go on top. All right. So each spacer goes over the old. You're gonna have 4 of them.
Okay, so this is really gonna sit on top.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So what was sitting on here before? Oh well, I guess nothing.
Nothing.
Because this is a new motherboard, but I'm getting confused about what's our old hardware and what's our new hardware.
So. Now. Yep. And I would only mount one at a time.
Yeah,
You're gonna.
for sure.
It's gonna. The only holes that'll do up are
So
the
should we do
AM4.
the ones in the back or the ones in the front?
The only ones that'll fit are the ones in the back, because we're on the AM4 platform, which is a processor pin layout designation essentially.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so go ahead and put one in. Don't crank it down.
So there's a little O-ring on here too.
Yeah, just a little plastic washer. Pins like on a music box. No, they do not flex at all. They're really short. So if you, I'm trying to think of, I can't even think of something else that has other computer parts.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a.
If you've ever taken apart a synthesizer.
Exactly. Yeah, they're what is it? They're short pins that are shorter than long pins.
A short pin the size of a long pin.
Yeah. A what now?
Okay, so I'm just putting these in now, but then I'll crank them.
Yep.
After. Mm-hmm. I love this is a magnet screwdriver. For sure.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, be quiet. You guys are top. I love it.
Although these washers aren't completely even.
They don't need to be.
Okay.
Honestly, washers in this instance are really there just for a little bit of vibration dampening and to give them something to squeeze on. Because metal on metal doesn't squeeze very well.
Yeah, so I just want to say that I tightened these, but I by no means like cranked it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just enough to not move.
No reason. Right.
So yeah.
Then we're gonna do the same on the other
These
side.
back ones. I have very shaky hands, so I'm trying not to.
Well, and you're doing them first time on stream, and honestly, I'll tell you right now, 99% of the shit that you could really damage is already secured.
Great.
So you're golden.
We're over the hump.
Yeah, everything else is like really pretty easy.
Sometimes,
Well,
the magnetic screwdriver kind of screwed me up there.
Hang on, you've got.
Yeah, I got the ring.
O-ring. There you go.
Is everybody nervous watching me do this?
Yeah.
Is this like a stunt stream?
I love this.
Like everybody's just like, oh, is she gonna mess it up? Oh no, the washer fell over. Did that ruin the computer?
And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to move over to the case now.
I'm actually gonna do the one closest to me first.
And pre-do. Yeah, do go with what you
This
feel.
is kind of an awkward angle for me to be
If
doing
you
this.
need to rotate the box,
I probably just need to bring everything closer to me because I'm sort of stretching.
do it. Yeah, you do that, and then camera's good.
Let's do the.
Yeah.
Do I have titties in? Yeah, titties. This is a PC building and tit cam.
Don't get jiggle physics until you fix the game.
We were talking about that with Cyberpunk. He's just like, I don't think you should be able to have boob physics until you release a game.
To release a completed game. I was like, this is the first time I've ever been mad that they included boob physics in a game.
It's got dick wiggle too.
Exactly.
Well,
like,
and it's also got butt jiggle, as I found out last night with those booty shorts.
Also,
all kicked up.
I didn't give my character genitals,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't?
but when I switch certain clothings, they show up.
They still, yeah, it's so weird. And it's weird when you change it because I'm like, yeah, they've got genitals, but also put underwear on. Like,
Yeah. They,
like, you know.
They don't wear underwear.
Yeah.
Although, actually, Gavin does wear boxers until he puts on the booty shorts, in which case they definitely go away.
Yeah, he
because they don't fit.
He might, yeah, I don't know what he's wearing.
He's definitely not wearing underwear under those things.
She sent me the picture of Gavin, and oh my god. Alright, focus. Cyberpunk.
It's fun as hell, but oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the O-rings perfect
so those
too,
are
because
good?
I'm going to be really meticulous about it. I might tighten it just a little bit more.
Yeah, what you need, because we're about to... okay. Alright. So now that's in. Now we have this. Oh, and this is a twin? Alright, here we go.
There we go.
Alright, so now comes one of the most contentious parts of any PC build, application of thermal paste. Because there's 6 or 7 ways to do it. Everybody says that everybody else's way is wrong.
I used to do this actually in when I was at NASA.
Old job?
NASA, yeah.
Oh.
We were building hardware, and I used, well, it was, what's the initials for it? It was red stuff. It was like RPF paste or something like that. But it was a thermal insulation paste, and we just meticulously smothered it over everything.
I've only used them for muffle furnaces, so it's always been use as much as it takes to get the thing stuck.
Exactly. So, anyways, just use Arctic Silver 5. That's good. I brought some thermal paste as well from my house because I couldn't remember if I told Michelle to buy any, and I was like, if she doesn't have any, it's gonna be a bad time.
Okay.
So you're gonna have a bad time.
Thermal paste. Thermal paste acts as the it's not so much an adhesive as it's interface material between the metal of your CPU and the metal face of your cooler. So anyways, and there's even though most of these are certified smooth, there's lots of little micro planes in there. So anyways,
do I need a little plastic ruler or something for this?
Nope. What you're gonna do is you're gonna a thin line, not super thin. And actually, since we have no, it's not that. You're just gonna do you're gonna do an X.
Oh.
All right.
An X across the front of this thing.
Yep, an X across the top. And make them. They say grain of rice thickness, about an uncooked grain of rice thickness. That's my preferred method.
Okay, it's it comes out pretty.
Oh, you're doing great.
Smooth.
Doing great. Then yeah, it's gray, so this also won't show up well at all.
Yeah.
So, thermal paste is one of those things. I'm much more on the side of give me a little much. It's way better to have too much thermal paste than too little. Because if you have too little, stuff overheats and dies. If you have too much, it's
messy, but
yeah, it's a little messy. And most modern CPUs, back when you used to have conductive thermal paste, it would be a problem if there was too much, because then if it got onto your board, it could short out components. But
Okay.
Somebody.
There you go.
I was AFK for a minute, but I had no idea Michelle worked for NASA. Damn Skippy, she did.
Yeah, I did a summer internship at NASA in their Life Support Systems lab at Marshall Space Flight Center. I worked on some flight hardware for the International Space Station.
Made sure they could pee, right? Wasn't it?
That they could breathe.
Oh.
yeah.
The other bathroom, they need to be able to breathe.
The other one.
Well, so what it was is that when you breathe, you expel CO2. And what they did was they would convert CO2 into, I think, water, but then that would make methane. So then they had to find a way to, or they converted the CO2 back into oxygen, but it made methane. It was either water or oxygen, I can't remember. But the side product of it was methane. And so what we were building was something called the methane processing unit or something like that. And it was removing the methane and then filtering oxygen purely out of that.
You're talking with your hands, but the camera's not pointing at you.
Oh, well, yeah, I know. Well, I talk with my hands because I'm Italian. But you can actually look it up if you're curious about what I did for NASA. Just Google Michelle Antoine NASA and methane processing assembly, and the paper that we wrote about it will come up, so you can see all about the thing that we built at NASA.
Okay, so yeah, you were there for a minute, weren't you?
10 weeks. I mean, it was an internship. It wasn't like I had a job there.
More than I did.
Well, I got to visit SpaceX and a lot of other places as part of that internship, and I can tell you SpaceX is the scariest place I've ever been in my life. It was horrifying. Elon Musk is a piece of shit. I'll say that on the record, and I knew it in 2012.
Yeah, I will say that's my personal hot take. Michelle was way She was like, "Yo, this guy's fucking sketch." Like, way before anybody else was. I was like, "Really? He makes cool cars." And now I'm like, "Yo, this guy's sketch." She was like, "No, I've been telling you." No one listened.
You see his pronouns aren't very good aesthetic after naming his...
Yeah, his whatever. Just
fuck's sake.
Yeah. Okay. Another PC building tip. Your cooler will come with a plastic cover on the interface to make sure it's clean during...
I'll turn it
yeah, I don't want... To make sure it's clean during transport, peel that bad boy off.
At the last minute.
Yes. Because you don't want debris to get on here, because then it'll interfere.
Sorry,
but if your plastic sheet's on there, then you won't transfer heat, and then your components will die, and everyone will be sad. Anywho, so, all right, so I went ahead and added your adapter bracket. So what we're gonna, or not your bracket.
Okay.
So this thing is just gonna go vertically on here.
I can see why this is a.
Yeah, and then this will be the big one.
Has to put on.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
I've
it's
got
got
the screws.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, my depth perception is not liking this.
I don't know. I can't. I have to take my glasses off. But
Can you shine a light?
Yeah.
There's a pin light over here, just like on this side from Mike's side. Y'all can't see anything, but I gotta see this. All right, cool.
Oh my god, the clearances are gonna be tight as dicks.
I guess I could always smudge it a little and either.
You can, yeah. You want, when you're mounting a cooler to your computer, you want it to be as a vertical force as possible to help promote even spreading of thermal material.
A little over the light. Actually, a little to the right.
No.
I'm in the way, unfortunately. There's like no way of...
That's...
Okay.
Honestly, we've got multiple hands, so you hold it right there.
I got it down.
And then I'll get that first screw in.
Yeah, it's on there. I just don't know if it's like perfect.
Right hand off, please.
Right hand on.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move that. Oh my god, it's tight, but it fits. I love it.
Okay, I don't.
Magnetic tip.
It looks like it's crooked.
Huh? It's gonna be a little crooked right now, but all I want to do is get this first screw started.
Okay.
In the review where I first, hang on, we're gonna want to smooth this over here. Yeah, it is. It's a little off. So
I'll move this camera out of the way.
Okay.
And move it like back here.
There we go.
There you go. So you can kind of see the larger form of what we're doing.
Yep. So right now there's a crossbar. Are you thread in, you piece? There we go. Okay. So this is threaded in. So now I'll let Michelle get the annoying one. So
yeah,
you want? Yeah. Okay. So you want that screw to go into that hole, and then you're going to have to go through this hole with your screwdriver to get it. So you can go ahead and tighten that down.
Yeah, I think it's in.
So the good thing, some CPU coolers come with back plates, some don't. This motherboard actually comes with a back plate. And then, yeah, just firm it down. All right, now I'll go into the other hole and firm that one down. Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's not getting much tighter.
I barely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might have to.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, I just got it. I just got it threaded. Sweet. Passed the wiggle test. Okay.
Methane post-processor development. Ah, Talia found my NASA paper.
Yay! Sweet. So then these two little covers go here.
I wrote a paper about birds.
I didn't write any paper. I did make a self-tuning guitar stand though, so that was pretty cool.
I remember that.
That's my claim. Yep, and then those asses from the other team stole. They just copied us the whole semester.
Oh my god, we should tell them about the machine that the three of us made in
seventh grade, yeah.
Seventh grade for us, 8th grade for Austin. Yeah. That was how we all, well, I mean, me and Greg already knew each other.
Yeah.
But that's how I met Austin, was Greg, Austin, and I were, there was something called the Beta Convention, which sounds really unfortunate.
In 2020.
But Junior Beta Club, which is like an honor society, essentially. There's a convention, and there's all these, like, you know, different team, like, competitions and stuff. Science, literature, history, pop culture. You know, there's a talent competition, there's a group talent competition, all this stuff over the course of like 3 days. And Greg and Austin and I were on the science team. So we had to build a Rube Goldberg machine. And we built this whole thing, and then the like judge came over, and because we only could use 50 items to build it, and the judge came over and said each piece of tape on the thing counted as an item.
I forgot about that.
So we wrapped the entire thing in one piece of tape to cover up the fact that we had like made so many tape pieces.
Whatever.
And so we didn't get disqualified, but we didn't win.
That was probably the start.
Also, it was horrible for a Rube Goldberg machine. It was literally just a PVC pipe that went downwards that we put a marble in on one end and it came out the other.
I'm sorry, I'm really good at designing simple shit that works every time, Michelle. Alright, yeah.
The people who did win, though, like, their parents just came and cut this huge piece of wood and stuff for them.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I have the wrong one. I want this one, yeah. So I'm now, I'm just installing this fan because it's a pain in the nuts. Yeah. There's a fan in between here, and again, it's all black so you can't see. So there's two fans. There's one on the edge, and then there's one in the middle, and they both push out towards the back of the case. And they both just kind of clip in, which is really nice. Corsair makes a cooler that doesn't cool as well, but actually has a better design for clipping in the fans.
You know, I think I might use foam light for this. Might be stronger.
There we go. There we go. All right. Ta-da! We're in, and then now we have our two fan leads, which both come out the same side. And then we can go ahead. Yeah, we want them both to operate on the same way, so we're just going to pin these together. And then we'll plug them into the same fan header, and then boom, CPU can be cooled. So now, one last thing we need to do is install the SSD. And in hindsight, maybe should have installed it before we put this big ass cooler in here, but we can still get to it, so it's fine. So, where was it?
It's underneath the
yeah.
The.
Just trying to show the march of time. So where was? So anyways, here is a 3.5-inch SS hard drive. Then there is our old SSD, which is somewhere around here.
It's also on the table.
Is it?
I think.
I know you did, but I've here we go. So this is a 2.5-inch SSD. SSD just stands for solid state, instead of, I don't know what HHD stands for.
I don't know.
And now, this is one of the fastest SSDs available right now. It is a terabyte.
So solid state drive just means there's no moving parts, right?
Correct. It is all in flash memory.
Versus an HHD, which is mechanical drive,
yep,
I believe.
It's essentially an optical disc.
Yeah, I know things sometimes.
So, and what we're gonna do?
Another light, yeah.
Is it plugs in right here? But before I'm
it just slips right into the slot there.
Yep, and then we need to find the screw that's in the motherboard box, which is not right there.
Is it in the bolt ball?
It should not be in the bolt ball. It's in the. Where did I put the motherboard box?
Not over here.
Oh.
We're on it. Yeah. We're building on top of it.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Yeah. So anyways.
So we need to lift that up, I guess.
So what? Yeah.
I guess we need to get in there.
Yeah, I mean, we can set this on the ground, on the table. We can set it on the ground too if you want, but that's... if you set your motherboard on something like this, don't drag it because you'll mess up the other side of the pins. So pick it up and place it.
Oh, there it is. Grab it.
Yes. Well, these are okay. Yeah, these are standoffs. Wait, is this?
Is that not it?
Yeah. Are these all the ones that are in the motherboard? In the motherboard?
There's one more thing there.
So that's a.
And there's stickers.
Okay. So
there's a sticker in here that says "Keep Out Zone." Is a 12-year-old gonna be building this?
Gamers. We are gamers. So, okay.
So I'm gonna put this back.
You know what this means?
Mm-hmm.
The bolt bowl is gonna come in handy because we gotta reuse some motherboard screws.
All right. It's heavy.
It's full of science. All right. So let me double check. So what I'm looking for is the B550 motherboard has one PCIe 4.0 slot. It's got a couple lanes. And then yep. So, and I'm just making sure I'm putting it in the proper M.2 slot. So, motherboard 16x2.
Crank the brightness a little.
Oh yeah, okay.
Although now our frame rate's a little weird.
Process for 3rd gen PCIe 4.0 X4. Yep, okay, M.2 one slot, and that's this first one. Yeah. So basically, if you have a PCIe Gen 4, which is just a faster speed, it's just a faster hard drive, you can put it in a specific chipset to take advantage, put it in a specific slot to take advantage of that. And so that's what we're doing. So we're going to take this out. And you have a standoff, which standoffs, you've got to be really careful. This is a standoff. It's very small. Mm-hmm. And all it is a screw with the socket on the end of it. Let's see. Does this fit? Is this the standard? Ah, crap. No, it doesn't. Oh, well. Do it by the hand. Yeah, this. I'll show you what I mean about how tight all the tolerances are when we get to it, but this is going to be tight as all get out. There we go. There we go. Thread in, you fool! Sweet, we're in.
Okay, I'm gonna come back out.
So, a small one. Plugging in. I love building computers. I love Legos too. I love putting shit together. Just working with my hands. I think Michelle is looking to get a better light. In the meantime... Ooh! March has Sour Patch Kids. I thought about buying some today, but I didn't. What you looking for?
I think I'm gonna bring down another light to shine right on it.
Oh yeah,
so we can see so they can see what we're doing.
And then yeah, that'll be really good once we start putting it in the case. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So
they have Sour Patch Kids in England?
Apparently.
Or Scotland.
Yeah.
Scotland. Yeah.
Yo, have you ever fucked with World Market before?
Yeah, I like World Market.
I literally just went in there yesterday, and it's pretty cool. All right. So now, Michelle, thanks to all of modern technology, you now have 16-core, 4.7 gigahertz processor, 64 gigabytes of 36 megahertz RAM, and a terabyte PCIe Gen 4. All in this really small space. So,
didn't we go to the moon on like a fraction of this?
Like half a calculator or something.
Half a calculator.
Yeah.
This still looks crooked.
Super. That's all the work. What do you mean?
It looks crooked.
Huh? Son of a bitch! It is a little crooked.
I mean, does that matter?
As long as the air flows, I don't think so. All right. So, anyways, so.
Will's like, that's all the love World Market's gonna get. World Market is really cool. I will say, this table didn't come from World Market. World Market's a little expensive for furniture. Austin's
furniture.
Austin's
not cheap compared to this furniture.
Austin's mother has a World Market dining table that I love. But the food and stuff is really cool too. Like you can get really cool like international candy and stuff.
That's what I was, and you can get international beer as well, like all kinds of cool stuff. And they also do local beer, which is interesting. I am currently looking to see the layout of the motherboard to see which fan header I want to use. Chassis fan, CPU, OPT. What is? I forget what OPT is. For fan headers. Shared control A, max current, max power. So each one.
Yeah, let there be light.
Each one can give 1 amp, 12 watts. So, where's my 135 millimeter fan, 3-year warranty. Damn you! Why does nobody ever write in electrical information? Oh well, if they put a thing in there, we should be good. But honestly, we only need CPU, and then 2 fan headers. So we'll do, yeah, and then chassis fan 1, chassis fan 2 are down here. So, yeah, chassis fan 1, chassis fan. All right, cool. So we'll plug these in right here. Yeah, right here. Just go ahead and get that in, because another tip is wire whatever you can before you put it in the case, because once you put it in the case, it's going to be a pain to grab.
Maester said, cookies and cream Hershey's taste like soap. Okay, here's the thing. I love cookies and cream Hershey's, but they're not wrong. Like, yeah. Truly, that's not a wrong statement, because they kind of do.
Not wrong. Okay. Now, let's put this sucker in the case. So, let's move, we'll clear out some space.
Move a little bit farther back.
Let's cap your Octopunk 5.
Yeah, I love how the computer looks great. We are white as snow.
And also, we're out of overexposed.
Turned on the kitchen light.
The kitchen light is on. All the kitchen lights are on.
I thought they were on.
I mean, it could have been bright like it was before.
I like it. It feels more like a set.
I might bounce it a little. There we go.
Here. These fans, we will actually. Let me think on this.
It's like night vision when you see a raccoon in the middle of the night.
So, these. You're going to want to go up here, but we don't have any. Look on this. Are these just fucking fat? Just fat fan ones? Consult the bolt bowl. Well, we'll worry about that later. For now, we are going to move this. Oh, the bolt bowl.
That's more reasonable.
More better?
As long as we stay on, like, this side of it.
On your side?
And not within, like, the close part of the table.
Okay. So, alright.
So that's the case.
We're going to go ahead and mount this sucker in here.
Alright, I'll bring the camera closer.
Actually, let me, you can keep doing that. I'm going to take this one fan off because we don't need it anymore. And then we can reuse these screws for something better. Michelle's shirt looking wild through this thing.
Greg's hair's just shining. Tally says, can we appreciate Greg's shirt?
What? Yeah. It's Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's my favorite and only Christmas t-shirt. I've got a I think I shared it on a group chat, the hose in this house sweater. Oh, Side note into my personal life, my mom called me today.
Oh.
Okay. That's not the story. She called me at Walmart because for Christmas this year, we're not doing. I've finally convinced my mom and most of my family to get rid of presents at Christmas, except for the kids, which I'm all about. I'm like, let's not do presents, no gift exchange, just hang out with people. You know, hang out. We're all busy. Our time is our gift.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was like, hey, for this year, why don't we do an ugly Christmas sweater party? And my sister and I both said, oh, well, Mom, that'll be easy for you.
Oh, no!
Well, like, as a joke, because she has a lovely collection of old and tacky Christmas sweaters. Do you have a pair of scissors or wire cutters?
Yes.
Okay.
I have both. I had a pair of wire cutters
Anyways,
right out here.
She was in Walmart today, and she was like, they've got some ugly sweaters here, but they're all like $25 and I don't want to spend that much. And I was like, oh, well, Mom, just use some of your old sweaters. She says, what do you mean use some of my old sweaters? I'm like, just use some of your old sweaters for this. She says, are you saying my old sweaters are ugly? I'm like, no, Mom, they're full of passion and interesting color choices. So anyways.
Passionate sweater.
Yeah, I told her I'm bringing
seasonally
one.
Appropriate,
yeah.
as a fanfic author said in a Paradisa Christmas fic about.
Seasonally appropriate.
Seasonally appropriate.
That's such a good phrase.
There's Lemon in the chat.
Ah! Hey, look, Lemon. Alright, so what is this? No, we don't need this, I believe. No, we don't, because this went to the old water cooler.
Yeah, so once upon a time this had a water cooler. I never saw it.
It's in there. That's the pump in the radiator. It's all one unit.
This came with a water cooler?
Yeah! It's got a water cooler.
Since when?
Huh?
I've had this computer for 5 years. You're blowing my mind now. I thought you said that you thought you wanted to put
it's
one
It's a Corsair H100i.
Sure.
It's an old water cooler from, years ago. No. So I was going to put a water cooler in it, but then I decided against it because this will be a work machine.
Yes.
And as it will be a work machine, an adequate air cooler is a simpler thing than a water cooler. And if an air cooler loses a fan, one, you can visually see it, and two, if it loses both fans, you still have the radiator, which can help passively cool. So it's
just more practical.
Yeah, it's more practical. It might not be as efficient on the big end, but it's it's simpler. It's easier for you to troubleshoot if it goes bad. It's a lot of little things. All right. Another thing I'm going to make sure you do personally. This is your I/O shield for the back of your case. It goes in from the back.
Okay.
You put it in.
Yeah,
so many builds, people forget to do that.
And then they have to take everything apart?
Yep.
Okay.
And this way, you'll never forget. Okay. And as we were talking earlier about premium motherboards, that's a new premium feature. It snaps in. You gotta push it in a little more.
Oh, it snaps in. I thought it would screw it.
Yeah. You'll get it. Almost.
There we go.
There we go.
Nope. Come on now. Let me go up through here.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, yeah, we'll be good.
I heard it pop, and then.
I think it's in. Yeah, it's. Is it not in the bottom?
No, it's kind of like almost the wrong size.
Or maybe, hang on, I might have fucked you all up. Does it go in from the front? No, it clearly goes in the back. Alright, I'm gonna manhandle this. Just smash it in. Come on, yeah, there we go. What? There we go. Alright.
It just had to look at it right.
You've got to, yeah. Sometimes you have to be. Sometimes you have to be mean to your PC components. All right. So, these fans. I'm gonna go ahead and reinstall your old chassis fans, or you can do that. So we're gonna borrow because we don't have, technically speaking, enough fan headers. What we're gonna do? Put these. Yeah, they go this way. Okay. Yep. You're gonna mount these in those holes, and you're gonna diagonally put 2 screws in each one. Okay.
Diagonally.
Yep. Let's see. How can we? Do we want to go sideways with it? And all the screws are gonna self-thread into that rubber, so you are gonna have to put a little, but don't put a little ass on it, but don't over tighten it, because if you strip them, then that will be a problem. Oh. There we go. Okay.
Okay, when you say diagonally.
That one and that one.
So
Oh.
say put a little ass.
Okay, so
Huh?
they don't.
Yeah. Put a little, get down on it.
All right, so screwdriver.
Screwdriver. That's all good.
They're threading into the rubber.
Yep, they're just gonna thread straight into the rubber.
Oh, yeah, it's so there aren't threads.
No, there aren't threads.
Got it. So I'm making them.
Yes, you are. I'm actually gonna see if this thing fits right now. Oh my god, it fits. I'm a genius. It fits. I'm a genius. Sweet.
I should have done that one first.
It's all good.
Oh, I hope I'm not going too sideways with it.
No, you're fine. As long as it holds it. And then I'm going to steal one from up here for each of them so that you'll have 3 fans.
And they're getting a big shot of my elbow right now.
Oh. You can put it sideways. If it's easier, instead of holding it, move the case sideways.
I think this is fine. I'm just trying to go back a little so
I got you.
can kind of see. All right, let's go up. Hello. All right.
And I'm going to take
Good.
pull, push.
Okay. That's so much better.
Now I can talk about, since we're fucking around with fans, ventilation. Positive pressure versus negative pressure.
Yeah, so what's the logic behind how we've done this?
Fan airflow.
Uh-huh.
The logic is you want cool air coming in and hot air going out. Since we're going with an all airflow thing. So you've got your 2 fans coming into the front, and technically speaking, these aren't the best fans you could buy because they're static pressure. They're static fans. They're static pressure based fans instead of focused on airflow. Because
I think that's pretty good.
solid, yeah. Do that with the
Other 2.
Nope.
So we're not doing all 4?
We're not doing all 4 because I long ago lost all the hardware, so we don't have enough screws.
Well, yeah.
But
I don't think you need them all.
We're gonna have 3
Oh.
because I took 2 off the front.
Word.
So, top set. I'm too cool for. Whoa, that is weird.
Yeah, my
is
top is.
Is it like a material or?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is definitely a reflective material.
Okay.
It's a little bright.
Throw this away. So what?
They're looking weird on the camera.
It's doing some weird, yeah.
Oh, because I have backlight comp on. That's probably why.
Oh, okay.
Let me turn that off.
See, I know computers, and Michelle knows how to actually film things.
Oh.
I don't know if it's better or worse.
I don't know, but the shirt's not black, I'll tell you that. It's also not shiny. I don't know what's happening. Got magic tits. Alright, where's...
Okay. The other fan is right there. Ooh. It doesn't matter. We'll make it work.
I don't know about these cameras, but I know the PlayStation Eyes can visualize infrared.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember reading, like, wasn't that a problem where they were...
I just thought it was weird because I was playing an Atari with an infrared wireless controller, and you could see it light up.
Oh,
This
you
is,
could
it
see
looks
the
like
beam?
broken chroma key. What?
Yeah.
It shouldn't. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I actually have that filter on, because I was experimenting with Oh my god. Mace, what a good call.
What?
That's what it is.
A broken chroma key?
Yeah, because
I don't know what that is.
Because
Green screen.
There's somebody
okay.
I teach OBS to. Wow. Yeah, that was it. Good call, Mace. So I had that filter on my camera and have forever, I guess, because there's somebody I get paid to teach OBS to, a client of mine, and yeah.
That's the wall upstairs color.
Yeah, it's the color of the wall upstairs. Well, I think it was also well, I don't know. It's bluish, so it could just be that. But I was experimenting and trying to teach him how to do green screen stuff in OBS, and I guess I just never took the filter off my camera. That's funny. Oh man, magic is gone. Should have left on the magic chroma key tits. Well, God, now I know how to make my. That's been on there for months.
How long has this been going on?
Like since September. Yes, it's been since September since I was teaching him that. I need another fan, I think.
That's right there. Left shoulder. Down. Down. Nope. Move your left hand directly down on the table.
Oh, we're right here. Right in front of me.
Good job being a professional.
Yeah.
Okay.
Greg's being a real champ.
The one that I'm pointing to.
Yeah.
All right, so this way.
Other way, because it's going to blow. Oh no. That orientation you do want this way, unlike the first one.
Yes.
Which that was my bad. Okay. But you want it going this way because we're gonna pull air up through the case.
Okay. And
so it's gonna come in and up.
And which set of holes?
Whichever to fit. So if on here, so this one it could actually.
Ooh.
You're gonna want these.
Yeah.
Because this case could fit a 280 millimeter radiator, which was why you've got all these different spacings.
So I've got these little honeycombs here. Do they just go through that?
What the fuck?
Oh, found a bug.
That's so weird. That one, or maybe.
Yeah, it's not wide enough. Maybe back here.
Does it go all the way?
I mean, that thing's kind of in the way though.
That's so weird. Oh no, you go all the way back here.
Okay,
yeah,
right next to it. Got it. Okay.
Just like they were. And I'm gonna open up this your dump drive. Ah! Excuse me for the noise. Let's make sure. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
God, you're gonna be able to see all my stomach scars in this in this stream.
How the fuck?
If those are wondering where I got my badass scars all across my abdomen, I'm recommending laparoscopy. Oh God.
Okay, so this.
Actually, I don't recommend it. It sucked.
We'll talk about it later. Because this might have to find some stuff on eBay, some old hardware.
I am screwing into rubber, just so you people know. That's why this is a struggle.
Properly mounting fans.
Oh, the other one will be easier.
You want me to start the other one? I'm going to.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, God, that one's. Whew. Oh, God. I got it. Yep. That looks like that has better torque than the screwdriver does.
Wider.
Yep.
Get down low on it. That's these stupid anti-vibration.
That's probably good enough.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Yes. All right. Now that we've installed those, now we're gonna mount the motherboard and everything. We're gonna lay it in the thing.
We'll be right on time.
Sweet. Yeah. I mean, we'll get the fun stuff done. We're not gonna get all the drivers and OS and everything installed.
Yeah. No, that'll have to happen
We
during
can do-
Twitch things probably.
Yeah, well, once we get Twitch thing set up, so when I'm not singing, I'll fuck around with it and get it done. So now,
Luckily, we already have hold on, let me.
I mean, a lot of your stuff is going to be laid out in the same way.
What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, I already have Windows on the USB.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, for anybody wondering, the big one's here, and then there, and there, and then there.
That's a scientist.
Surgery victim.
Knife fight survivor.
That's what I should tell people is that, yeah, I got stabbed.
I had a buddy that did that. He,
Got stabbed.
Yeah, he would tell them.
He lied.
Yeah, he was like, oh no, I was at a bank and somebody wanted to start shit, so I just had to help everybody out at the bank. And I was like, really? It's like, no. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Titus. Alright, there we go. Oh, before we do anything else, I gotta check this out. So, another thing about the Dark Rock Pro 4 cooler, it's very tall. And as we were talking about cases,
Oh no.
when I told her I was going to measure it, so I don't know if you can see on here the... I love it. I love it.
I can lower this to kind of give some perspective.
Oh, it fits. It's beautiful.
Barely.
I know. It's going to be so full. Oh, it's like a little hot rod engine in there. It's going to be dope. Oh my god, it would look so good with that old graphics card in there. Just like heat tubes and piping and fans. I mean, it wouldn't run worth a shit, but it would look so cool. Alright. I just wanted to check that because that was something that's a really tall cooler. And I had read some reviews and they're like, no, I swear it fits. So anyways, alright, now we consult our bolt bowl. And you're going to want to screw in every... So you see,
screwing the motherboard into the case.
Secure the motherboard into the case.
And these are all with little washers?
Not with those. You're going to want to look for these.
Okay, the little kind of
Just
brushed
flat.
metal.
Yep. And I'll tell you right now, there's one pain in the ass one right there. If you want to start with the hard one.
Not really.
Okay.
I want to get a couple of them secure first.
We'll now move this off to the side.
So this is a magnetic screwdriver.
Correct.
Do magnets hurt any of this?
Not really, not anymore. If you have an optical drive and it's spinning and actively being read, a powerful enough magnet can affect it. That magnet is not very powerful. But no. And if you have like your SSD with stuff stored on it, again, if you were to the scale and power of magnet that you would need.
If we heat it past the curry point, can we mess it up?
Yes. Yes. That's magnets, just like everything else, don't like to get that hot. That's about one of the only ways that you can really fuck up a magnet.
What's interesting is
when you get them cold too.
so in chemistry.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
In chemistry, we have a device called the NMR, which is I think nuclear magnetic resonance. And it's a way to identify different compounds of things. It's an instrument. And they have a giant magnet that is kept in a capsule of liquid nitrogen as part of that instrument. It takes up a whole room in an MR. It was one of my favorite instruments to use in school.
The magnets have to start repelling things, so you gotta get them really cold.
This is your Wi-Fi antenna.
Okay, so... May says they have no belly button due to surgery, and I'm like, you should definitely say you're a clone. Like, that should be your cover story, is that you should tell people that you were a clone. Huh?
Kyle XY.
You're Kyle XY.
Nobody knows who that is.
Oh, it's such an old show at this point.
I remember that show.
It wasn't even like a popular show.
No, it wasn't. Such a...
I mean, I watched all 3 seasons and then the cliffhanger because nobody watched it.
Ooh, a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it ended on a cliffhanger. It was really just. I'm sure my mom is in the chat like, oh, I love that show. Matt Dallas, gay actor who we didn't know was gay at the time. I think he came out like 6 years after that. But beautiful man, like really, really cute guy.
Beautiful man.
I don't know what he's done since then. I think he's been in some television shows. I think he's been in some indie films too. He's really
okay. We're getting some love for Kyle XY in the chat. All right.
And
they do remember.
Yes, Lady Sif.
Lady Sif
that was her first role.
Really? Okay.
She was in that show. Yeah. She's in the tattoo show too. Not Blacklist, the other one. That other NBC show about the chick with all the tattoos on her.
Oh, where it was like Prison Break, except she got kidnapped.
What is the name of that show?
I don't know. They're all the same. Not Ink Master. It's not the reality show. It's a
Nah, she's covered in tattoos and she doesn't have any memory or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's like Prison Break, where he tattooed the way out of the prison, and just like in Lost, they get out of the prison in season 1, and then they're like, "Oh, what else do we do?" Blind Spot, yes.
Blind Spot,
It's
yes.
the one where she showed up in a bag in the middle of the street.
Exactly.
And she was covered in tattoos. Yeah.
Your chat is on it.
They're a great resource for niche television.
Yes.
Oh, I've used my chat before sometimes, but for me, it's always actors I can't remember.
Or anime.
Okay,
so I think.
Speaking of anime hot takes, I gotta read this one called I gotta watch this one called Promare.
Oh my God! Discourse on Promare.
I've heard. Well, no, I heard. It's made by the same studio made Gurren Lagann, probably my favorite anime ever. And then I found out that apparently the main character is gay in it. So
yes.
I'm like, oh, that's interesting, because gay representation in anime is super hit and miss.
Are we gonna hold? Oh, yes. Nice.
Yes, magnets.
How they work.
No one will remember that reference. Water, fire, air, earth.
Are children small or are they just far away?
See, the best part is that's the SNL one, but you can't
tell
the difference between the SNL lyrics.
Okay, and then there's one more, and I think it's the jerk one. Oh, wait, no, there's some in the middle, too.
Shaky hands over here.
Where did it go?
Oh, shit. Oh, it's dead. I'm sure we don't need that one.
It lives in the computer now.
Yeah.
We might need that screw, though.
I know, we do.
Oh, wait, no, here's one, I guess.
So how's everybody liking the build a computer stream?
Hopefully it's not entirely uneducational.
Oh, Becky said Matt Dallas was in a Katy Perry music video. Yeah, he was.
Was he Left Shark?
No.
That was live. That wasn't a music
video. I know. I'm just making all the brutal references right now. I'm going to start plugging in all these little fiddly shit things.
I don't think this is the right size.
No, that's a fan.
This one is, though.
Yeah.
This one's right. So, I'm going to go over here to the bastard one.
HD audio.
I'm really threading a needle here, y'all. Got it. You can't see it, but that one was really hard. But thank God for magnetic screwdrivers. Oh wait, oh shit.
Front panel audio header, that's RGB header.
Don't get copy, kids.
It's not going in the threads. It's ah! No.
Oh, that's the wrong screw.
That would explain.
Yeah.
I can grab it.
Yeah, this is a I don't know what the hell that one is.
You gotta give me a screw.
Alright. I don't have one, so I'm gonna just shake this case to get the other one out.
Okay.
I hear it. Motherfucker.
And that's how we lost the light.
I see it. Well, Michelle, I can say you did a very good job securing the motherboard.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, you're good. This is all. Am I gonna have to take this off? I might.
My mom's saying Kyle XY was on ABC Family, as if anybody knows what ABC Family is anymore.
Let's continue the reference train.
That's what we used to call freeform.
That's when we used to have television channels.
Before that, it was Fox Family, and before that, it was just Family Channel.
I'm gonna
quit. From the 90s. But they have had 25 Days of Christmas forever.
It was something before that, too.
Before it was Family Channel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't remember that far back. That must have been the early 90s, what you're from.
Because that's... It was a Fox property for sure back then.
It was very briefly Fox Family. Like, it was only for a couple years before it became ABC Family.
But it was Fox before it was the Family Channel.
Yeah. How many of you guys remember UPN?
Whoa.
How many of you guys are from Chicago?
Yeah. And the WB channel. Yeah, well, some of you still have UPN. This is only for the Americans. Our international folks are like, what the hell are they talking about? This is so before there was the CW. I remember a world that did not have the CW. It was WB and UPN. They merged to make the CW.
All your international fans are just like, please stop speaking in American.
It was Ion.
So I straight up
on CW.
Oh, that's right. Ion and WB. WB went away into CW.
Straight up don't know where that one is. So hang on,
WB was obviously a reference to Warner Brothers, and
Yeah.
they still had the talking frog.
Had the Animaniacs on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you used to. Well, you used to watch Buffy on like UPN or Ion.
Was Buffy UPN?
Hmm.
WB.
I heard it drop, and then it didn't drop anymore.
Gilmore Girls was WB, and Seventh Heaven.
I don't want to wait
for my life to be over.
And Dawson's Creek, yeah. Yep.
Oh
all those shows.
They were all very pseudo-religious.
Yeah.
Buffy was WB, says Mom. I thought we must have watched it in syndication.
I don't think there was anything pseudo-religious about Seventh Heaven. That one actress got screwed because she did a laundry.
Jessica Biel.
She did a lingerie photo shoot, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel from the...
The only reason I know that is because of BoJack Horseman. Still trying to get this screw out.
I straight up don't know where it is, and honestly, it doesn't matter.
Do we have it screwed in enough?
It's fair. Yeah, it's super screwed in.
But when that fan comes spinning out of it...
Yeah.
And then projectile launches a screw into your face. Build destroyed.
There's LEDs in there?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's always been able to light up.
Yeah, but I thought he just
like
went on this whole thing about how I'm not putting things in a computer.
RGB. That was more of I wanted to see if it would work. It wasn't so much a thing, and like that's a LED strip that's meant for like under cabinet lighting or something. It's way overpowered, but it hasn't blown up. So we're gonna screw this back in, and then
yeah, let's look at the where we put this plate here. Oh yeah, look at that! All your USB ports and everything. USB 3s.
You have.
And we have Austin got a light.
Yep.
Greg, you're in the light. Maybe.
Wi-Fi 6.
Maybe this isn't. I don't know what's in the light.
You've got a lot of this motherboard.
It's just dark.
For being a basic motherboard, it's got some really good stuff.
And we have a front panel that's also like USBs and stuff.
Yeah, the
too.
front panel I believe is it's USB 3.0, 3.0 Gen 1s. Oh my god, Generator Rex. Magnets are kind of bad in your SSD. Like it's moderation. So it's a moderation thing. Mm-hmm. So all right, let's flip it back on its side and start. And let's
have to teach the
unbox
SSD
your GPUs.
This is its life now, and once it gets used to them.
Time to put in the graphics card, which is going to be the other half of this, the other half of the case. Yep, I'm ruining the table. That's okay.
Meanwhile, I'm getting confused by a Wi-Fi antenna stand.
Okay.
Tell me your secrets. How do you work?
Not going to use the one that came with the case?
No, this did come with it. Oh, I mean, we could use your little antennas, but I mean, we could use the old school antennas, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because you're going to run a hard line, aren't you?
Generally, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, not always, but...
No one expects the unexpected screw.
Well, we lost one, but, Alright, so
honestly,
GPUs... So this has a
here.
box that's very complicated. There's instructions of opening the box that are inside the box.
So at the beginning of the stream, Michelle showed how little fanfare there is in a CPU unboxing.
Yes.
It is the opposite for GPUs.
This is the box that came inside the box, first of all.
Yeah. Let me set this over here on everything for now.
You can tell how much dust was in that CPU because I dusted this.
Oh yeah.
I dusted this table beforehand.
These fans need a little bit of a.
So and then look at there's instructions to open it's so much. Okay, unpacking steps.
Can't we just yank it?
No, we can't. It's a whole thing. You gotta follow the instructions.
I am. It said take out. It said lift up.
Oh, and now you gotta pull it.
Yeah, and then we lift out.
You gotta.
Hang on, you do it. I'll read the instructions to you.
Oh my god! I think you pull it like this.
Yeah.
You pull it.
Pop it.
And then.
Oh, and then you gotta.
I'm lost.
Hang on. 5, 6. These are backwards. Oh, this is packing steps. Unpacking is this side. Why are these instructions on here?
Okay, so unpacking.
Unpacking. So you want to do up, out. 4 is you got to unfold the
bottoms.
The bottom.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
And then
cut, I guess.
No, you
just
pull it out.
There it is. Okay.
Dun dun.
Okay.
That's a fucking chunk.
Brain cell needs coffee. All right. So yeah, this will
go in the pile of boxes.
The GeForce RTX 2070 Super, which is
Super.
about as good as you can get last gen, with the exception of the 2080, but it's pretty close.
It was the 2080 Super. So, a little history time.
Yeah.
NVIDIA, the 20 series is NVIDIA's first RTX. So that's whenever you hear people bitching about ray tracing and dynamic super sampling, dynamic scaling, DLSS, that's RTX stuff that comes with Turing cores. Anyways, 20 series was their first version of that. It wasn't the best performance for dollar. So they made some adjustments mid-cycle and came out with the Super Series. So your 2070 Super was a cheaper version that was essentially a 2080. And then your 2080 Super was not that much faster than 20, if I'm honest. So, but anyways, that's about as good as you can get without spending $1,000.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone should spend $1,000 on a graphics card.
So our other thing is we tried to get the current generation, the 3070 and 3080 series. The problem is
you can't.
We tried. Thanks Best Buy. We could not. We tried twice, I think, and could not get. I mean, the cards they were harder to get than a PS5. We got a PS5. We did not get a graphics card, either one of us. So I went to Amazon and I bought from a reseller a 2070S because it was
available.
It was available. It was overpriced. I shouldn't have paid this much for it, but it's what I had to have one. I had to have a graphics card. But I'll probably sell it in a year and try to actually trade it for about what I paid for this one. So hopefully I'll break even and get something better next year.
Hopefully. You get a 30 series Super probably. Yeah. Before we put that in there, this, which all of you can see in here, was a very specific thing that Michelle wanted. She said, I need this as an auteur, as a filmmaker. This is my piece de resistance. I need this. Which...
it's such a stupid
thing. threw a monkey wrench in a lot of stuff.
Did it?
Yes, because the size of the case and the spacing and the motherboard and the order that everything goes in. Because I couldn't put this beneath that because then it blocks a fan. And I couldn't... and we were limited on size, so we couldn't put an ATX motherboard in there and space them out. So that's the number one reason why I went with this specific motherboard, because of this slot right here.
Okay.
So now you can fit this in and
like Legos.
Fit your other one in, and everything fits.
So what that is that he's holding is a FireWire port. We're talking about things from 15 years ago.
UPN, ABC Family, FireWire.
So, it has been 4 computers ago that I had a FireWire port. And I have, what it's used for is for manually capturing DV tapes off of camcorders.
Jesus Christ.
And you plug that into your camcorder and you can capture all your old tapes. And so I have a lot of stuff from, like the dead air and everything I showed on my Michelle Reacts to old movies and stuff. All that was on DV tape, and I still have those tapes. But at the time that I captured the footage off of them, I had a very, very weak processor and everything, and so I'm thinking that with a good computer and newer hardware, I may actually be able to get higher quality video off of those tapes than I did originally with the raw footage that I had. I also didn't have enough hard drive space to keep all of it at the same time, so I think there might be some tapes that I have that I don't actually have digitized yet. So that's why I requested a FireWire port, just so I'll always have one now. And can convert some of my old stuff into digital MP4.
And FireWire was such a shittily named thing.
Because it isn't fast in the slightest.
No. Just like the naming. Because you've got your FireWire and your mini DV and your whatever and your other one, you know?
I will say that the chat is wrong about something. Well, I mean, sort of wrong. They're saying that the reason that parts are hard to get is because everybody's building PCs because of the pandemic. The reality is that because of the pandemic, PC manufacturers have not been on it as much because of the factory shutdowns and things, I would guess.
Yes. It's a
shortage issue.
Column A, column B, and more specifically, in the sneaker market, there has been a problem. Use your hands and plug that in. It's 8 pins. In the sneaker market, there's been a problem recently with automated bots that buy up every new release sneaker. Too. I've got my brother-in-law's a pretty big sneakerhead. He complains about it a lot. This year, those bots got turned to the pandemic, and so there's a small shortage. There's a small supply because of the component shortage to build them. There is a larger demand than usual because everybody's at home, and you've got fucking scalpers that are just going hard in the paint trying to steal everything, and it's a pain in the butt. So, your mom says, I'll have to find an old school camcorder so Michelle can digitize all of her 2-year-old dancing and singing videos.
Now that is really old school, yeah.
I don't know if we can... Oh, no, I digitized that. I did that last year for my family. I got an old VCR player and just a capture card, and I digitized all of our old home videos.
Yeah, I have a VCR still. Yeah. So if one...
People are applauding.
If one has VHS tapes of those things, I could probably do it that way.
Applauding your shaved head up close.
Oh, ha! Hi. Oh, you're just seeing my very white arm for most of this. I'll move it a little.
The pins are black.
Yeah.
Makes everything really easy to see.
Well, and these are all different shaped. It's like the PlayStation logo is, is the pin. Like, each pin is a different shape, so it can only go in one way. Ugh. Okay, so those are all the same, so...
They should all be good. Oh, let me leave this on until you're ready to put this in.
Oh my god. Bend. As Greg would say, bend, you fiend!
You motherfucker.
It's not ergonomic in the slightest.
Do you need more slack? I might be able to get some more slack for
I need more slack, yeah, I think.
That's all you got.
There we go. Okay. That's better. I think... Oh, okay. I got the one in.
Oh, you're so close.
I know. I might need to not be holding this light is the thing. I'm gonna just trust that...
Tech tip for PC building. Get another hand. 3 hands is always good.
I got a helping hand upstairs.
They're not, it's tight spaces. So we're going to need one of those.
Maybe I'll undo it and do this one first.
Go with what you feel.
Because the fact that it's farther away, I think, is screwing me over. Although getting that other one out is really hard.
Tight. That'll fit. That'll fit. That'll be great.
Oh, that's better. I gotta just go up from the bottom with my one hand.
I actually really like this graphics card. Just the layout and everything.
I can't tell the difference.
Just like it's black, it's not flashy, you know? It's everything here is just fans and such, and fans and coolers and such.
swap that for my dominant hand.
Speaker ground. Okay, so where's their front panel connector? Let me start looking at that.
Oh.
Ah,
In!
sweet.
God. That was something. Ugh. We're going to be here till Twitch Sings plugging that thing in.
System header. System panel header. Okay. Alright, so we'll look at that later. But for now you get to plug in the graphics card.
Ooh.
And so similar to your RAM, you've got these pins.
Mm-hmm.
Your PCIe pins are automatically back.
Let me see.
These two.
Uh-huh.
You're going to plug it into this one. And then you're just going to push down on it and it'll snap in. And
Okay.
you'll hear a click.
So it's just like the RAM.
Yep.
I got it. Okay.
And then you see these two tabs line up right here.
Oh my god. Is it going to plug in any other cut? Is it?
I'm going to move it
Shoot,
forward a
it's
little
just,
bit.
I kind of can't see what I'm doing because this giant cooler's in the way.
If you get right here, you might be able to see it better.
I just need a light, like, right above my head. It's right over here. Yeah, behind, closer to me. Oh, a little down.
Whoop. Get it?
It's just so far away. Wait.
We can move it we can move it too.
No. I mean, like,
Oh. You're pretty much, you're in.
Do I just need to push it? Oh, I don't want to break it.
Hang on. See it? Yeah,
Like, this camera is not doing justice to how
Okay. Oh,
tight a fit this is.
You're at a little bit of an angle, but you're.
Ah, there we go.
Ta-da!
Great. And then screw it in, I guess?
Yep, that's these two thumb screws right here. They're hand screws. You can hand tighten them if you want to.
Here?
Mm-hmm. Yep, one right there, one right there. And then you have one more PCIe port space that you should never use.
It's super covered up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's big enough.
It is. I promise you.
I'll do the one. I'm just gonna. It's just. Oh, I don't know if it'll. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So much easier. Just because you can do it with your hands doesn't mean you have to.
True.
Like, it's just a very, very, very tiny little hole.
This is your front panel multimedia thingy.
Yep. For SD cards and such.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's crooked. There we go. Okay, that's in.
Sweet. So, that's pretty much. That's your major components right there.
That's the most of it. Look at all that space left.
For airflow.
For airflow.
Yeah, you need airflow.
You gotta plug these in?
Plug those in. One's a 8-pin, one's a 6-pin.
Airflow is important.
Say what?
Airflow is important.
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite thing.
Looks like that has to go in reverse. It's upside down.
Oh.
Unless I do it the other way.
No, it was upside down.
That's kind of weird though. It doesn't really like to go at that angle.
It's probably because it was meant for older.
Okay.
It's good.
Let's go up.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to untie everything and tighten it back up. We can do some cable management later. You know.
Ah, better. Yes. It's like I'm not sure I can fit.
Boom, boom, boom. Yep, that's on. Then we'll plug in all the little fiddly things.
You go first.
Again, if you need more slack, we can give you more slack.
I might. I mean, I untied it. I don't think there's any more slack you can give me on that.
Tons.
Oh.
They're all these bundles. Bundles of bundles down here. So we'll just undo all of this. And then might want to stand this up for that.
Oh, I see. I'll pull.
Yeah.
There we go. That's all I need.
Okay.
Got it.
Sweet. Don't be afraid to rotate what you're working on.
That's what we say in filmmaking: is don't be afraid to move furniture.
That's the same, yeah. Just,
you can always move furniture.
yep.
Add it in there. Okay. I don't know. That's crooked.
Fucking everything looks crooked. Everything you've said is like, it looks crooked. No, you're good. You're good. It's in.
Okay.
You're cleared. Alright. Sweet.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, we'll know it's probably because it's not plugged in.
It's all on there, yeah.
But it does look like it is. Yeah, it's just weird. Like, everything looks weird. Okay, so... Cable wrangling.
Cable manage. Yes. Yes, cable manage. Oh wow, that's magnetic. The antenna.
Alright, so wrap some Velcro around there to wrangle those.
Yeah.
We've got this guy here. What do these plugs go to?
Those are some legacy plugs. That's a fan header from your front fans.
So we won't be using them.
No, we'll be using them. You just gotta wire them in.
Mm.
So, the good news and bad news. Good news is you have a new computer that is almost done. Bad news is the fun part of PC building is over.
Now it's the software part.
Yep, now it's the software part and making sure all of your little bits and bobs, like all the fans are still flowing the right way, making sure they're all tuned to flow the proper amount, you know, and then installing and watching loading screens for the next 3 or 4 hours. But let's go ahead and lift it up to show. So, let's see if it's in... I'll let you. Here is whatever you want to. All the cool YouTube kids name their machines, so whatever you want to name this. Betty. No, I know.
Ada.
He's got a Betty. Ada.
Ada.
Might have to repaint it.
I'm gonna paint it.
Doesn't she have like a white color scheme?
Oh yeah, I could paint it white.
Yeah.
This tripod has about had it. It's like I've been up for. Oh my god, I've been up for an hour.
Ada. I was thinking the Octopunk Media Machine, but it's because I
The
watched
power
that
of Iggy.
Ada works. I like Ada. Oh, and it'll look good with the white LEDs too.
Well, it does have like a white purple. Yeah, they're kind of purple. So yeah, actually it's very Octopunk Media themed because it has purple lights. Maybe I should plug in the power supply. I think I have it over here.
Think you have it?
I hope I still have it.
Ada, did you steal the parts? There we go. We still need to put the dust filters on. One of
That's
them.
an internal power supply, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you just need
You need the power cord.
a cord.
I'm gonna take this one out because now one of our hard drives is PCIe, so we don't need this SATA one. Oh wait, hang on. Do I want this one out, or do we want the other one out? Have your Molexes and your Who-Dads and your whatnots, and all of this power. Power! So much power! I like this case. I still do like this case. And I like, God, that Be Quiet looks so good in there. You've got that and that. Yeah, so we'll have to find, I'll have to go read through the manual, make sure everything's plugged into the right slot. But I'm sure it is. So, and let's see. Oh, your SATA ports are down at the bottom. So, plug this in. So there's your front speaker, power, LED power minus. Okay, all that will plug in later. So, again, there's another.
Presuming this is it.
It's just a
Yeah.
transport.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a cord.
Okay.
So you should be good. Let's see what happens.
I need it
Ooh,
farther back.
we can put the panels on.
Like 5 or 6 inches. Just push it back.
Slide it back.
Okay, power in.
All right, let's grab the other panel so then they can see the effect.
No, I don't think these plug in. These just pop in, right?
Yeah, they just slide, and then you've got thumb screws on the back end.
So there's a hole.
Yeah. We'll reroute it other way.
Upside down?
That's the 180. Seeing GeForce as George.
It's moving every time I try to.
Okay. Word.
And yeah, there's gonna be screws that are gonna
Yep.
have to.
And then we've got
It's kind of
this.
trying to pump out.
That's
all
all.
those cords.
We just need to close it for the light. All right, let's see.
Power cord is right. Power switch is right here.
Yep. Switch
All right,
it.
let there be light.
Because we're not plugged in up here, but we do have CPU power.
Is it? Is it
Yeah.
booting?
Hmm?
I can barely hear it.
No, it's not booting. Your motherboard is powered, but we haven't sent it in on command yet, so it's not going to turn on. And none of your fans are. Oh, well, I mean your CPU fans are plugged in.
So we haven't plugged to the.
I haven't plugged in any of these yet. So.
Let me turn off the power.
Yeah.
Oh.
False start.
It is now 8 o'clock, but we're gonna maybe try to go like 5 or 10 more minutes on this just to get it to a good stopping place.
I mean, we're pretty much at a good spot. If you want to go ahead and switch over. So this is because I'll have to read through the manual to see which one of these plugs is which. It's
Well,
just going to be a lot of mumbling and whatnot.
what we can do is we can take a 15-minute break. Basically, we're going to do Twitch Sings in 15 minutes. We gotta set up Twitch Sings anyway. We gotta move the laptop in the living room, get the mic set up and everything.
Yeah.
And while we are doing that, Greg can finish up whatever he needs to do with this and maybe get it over, maybe get OS started. I don't know. That might be something that you can just text me how to do later too.
No, we can get that. I'll get that done tonight. That'll be easy.
All right, so thanks for joining us for this lovely PC building stream. Stick around for Twitch Sings in 15 minutes. We're going to go offline and come back at 8:15 or so, and we'll be doing the final episode of Twitch Sings. We're also going to be giving away a DE Blu-ray sometime on the stream too, so that's your last chance to get one. So that's
Sad
pretty-
for Twitch Sings, yay for
pretty
DD.
cool. And we'll explain how Twitch Sings is going to work tonight, request-wise and everything, when we start at 8:15. So yeah, thank you for joining us, and also thank you, Dilger, for the raid. As I said, stick around, raiders, for our Twitch Sings stream in 15 minutes. To be continued.
Mm-hmm.